Hey peeps, welcome to the Crafty Witch UK. My name is Arietta, and as promised, I thought I would have a little chat with you today about some of the things that I got up to in August. But first of all, to explain what I'm working on here, this is my little capybara painting. I picked it up from Vinted. It's the first time I've ever purchased from Vinted. I was quite excited. If you're watching my live a couple of weeks ago, you will have seen me unbox this and then realised that there were no drills. However, it was an honest mistake. I contacted the seller. She apologised. They'd fallen out of the packet. She sent them on to me. Everything is good with the world. Although, of course, I've got plenty of spares and probably could have worked something out anyway. So you're going to see me working on this today, and I'm going to chat to you about some fun things I've been up to. So some of this isn't really going to be news to you if you have been following the saga that is my mobility, but I recently purchased a rollator that also turns into a transport chair. It's not the perfect solution for me, but it's certainly a step in the right direction. And as a result, I was actually able to get out of the house with my husband and we attended the Retro Festival. This took place over the 8th, 9th and 10th of August. We went on the Saturday and a good time was had by all. So I thought I'd give you a little bit of information about what the Retro Festival is because I talk about it quite a lot. And yeah, I thought I would just share some of the things that we got up to while we were there. So there are 3 stages, there are 3 music venues. There is the Rock and Roll Black Hanger, which is the one that is run by my parents. I'll pop some details on the screen. So that gives you your 50s rock and roll. I really enjoy that. It's the music that I grew up with, so it's what I'm the most familiar with. But if that's not your cup of tea, there is also the Ricky Tick stage, which is like a 60s kind of vibe. And then there is also the Spitfire Pavilion, which is jazz, swing, 1940s kind of thing. So that's just the music. Alongside that, there is also like a market space with stalls. There is a huge exhibition of different kinds of classic cars and camper vans, trucks, all sorts of things. I am particularly enamoured with the Vardos, the gypsy caravans. I think they're so beautiful. And so stunning. I love looking at those. There's dance classes, so if you want to learn the sort of traditional dances of the era. And then we also were treated to a couple of flyovers from a Spitfire, which was very lovely. I didn't manage to see it this time, but I did hear it. So, there's just a lot going on. There's a traditional fun fair. One of these years, I am definitely going to go and see the Wall of Death. It's a daredevil motorbike riding thing. One year I am actually going to get in there and go and have a look. Every year I say that. Next year could be the year. I'll let you know. I also every year say that I want to go to the vintage hairdressers and have my hair done. They've got a barber's and a hairdresser's there. You can book in and have your hair and makeup done, which some people go for the whole weekend and they camp, and so I think maybe then it makes a bit more sense to go and treat yourself. But I would love to have my hair done all fancy. There is, of course, the usual array of food and drink stalls. And it's a really nice atmosphere. And certainly the black hanger, the stage that my parents run, I would consider that, as somebody who struggles with agoraphobia, I would consider that like one of my safe spaces, because I don't feel trapped there. I'm not like, if I was really struggling, I could go and sit backstage for a bit. So that really helps for me. That's definitely something that makes actually going there and having a nice time something that feels possible. Obviously, the chair really helped. It meant that when we were going around the stalls, I could perch on the rollator and rest whenever I needed to, and then use it as a transport chair where possible. The transport chair part of the setup doesn't do so well over the rough terrain, but it still is a bit better. Obviously, if I had a manual wheelchair, I would gain a little bit more independence perhaps, but the problem there is that I don't have the upper body strength to be able to push myself anyway. So, and I can't cope with going out on my own anyway, so, baby steps. We will see where we go. I should also, talking about things that we did while we were there, give a shout out to the lovely gentleman that sold us some mead. It was very, very yummy. We purchased some mead. We also got some very lovely flapjacks. And what else did we buy? We basically just came back with food and drink. We bought rum, and we bought mead, and we bought flapjacks, and we bought brownies. So there's so much more to it than that. But I very nearly bought some beautiful shoes, but they were too big for me, which was a shame because they were lovely. There was some fabulous bands. I will try and list some details, and I have included also the details for next year, which is from the 7th to the 9th of August next year. So if this has sparked your interest and you want to come along next year, please do. And if you are coming, let me know. So maybe we can have a little meet up. Who knows? So that really took up the early part of my August. And then there was the recovery. So we had several days of recovery. On average, 1 day out means 3 days of recovery, on average. And then, of course, I've been deep into the Harvest and Home event. Busy with that, and really enjoying my canvas, really enjoying the community spirit around the event, and I've enjoyed sharing some of my harvest-themed recipes as well. But I am well aware now that we are so nearly into September, it's not even funny. It feels like September is knocking at the door. And that means we're on to the Pan party. So, if you don't know already, there is a link now to a Google Doc that you can fill in if you are taking part in the Pan party, so I can have all of your details of what canvas you're doing and where in the world you are, because there will be separate prizes for UK and overseas people. So we need to know where you are so we can put you in the right prize pool. If you have not decided yet exactly which canvas you're doing, as long as you have a canvas already, you can just put to be decided in the bit that says which canvas are you doing, and then nearer the time you can send me your start photo. But I am still going to try and keep this as simple as possible. It's just the logistics of doing a worldwide event that requires the addition of this form. So I hope it doesn't scare people off. If you've got any questions, do reach out to either myself or to Pam. Right, so my little capybara is coming along, as you can see. And I think I'm trying to think back to how long this took me to work on. It was probably a couple of hours. It was a little longer than I had anticipated, only because it's all single placing. Because unlike a regular canvas where the drills will go in lines, this is more where the drills follow the sort of contours of the shapes, which I quite like. I think it's a very different effect. I think I like the way that it looks when it's finished. So let me know, have you done this kind of diamond painting before? I know Craft Buddy, a lot of their canvases are a bit like this, and particularly the wreaths that I have done from them seem to follow this pattern. So let me know down below. Do you prefer to work in lines where you can multi-place big colour blocked areas, or do you prefer the effect of this more single placed idea? So let me know. And now we really are on the home stretch with this canvas. I have to say, this bit was quite satisfying, and it is even more satisfying to watch back as a time lapse, just seeing it all come together. If only we could all diamond paint this fast in real life. Wouldn't that just be something? And to finish off, we are trimming the edge of the canvas. This canvas came with a little frame, so it's really nice sort of complete project where you are able to either make this and then gift it, or make it and display it straight away. I would definitely do more of these if I saw them. I think they are super cute and would be just as well placed in a living room as they would be in a child's bedroom. I think they're so cute. Do we have any other capybara fans out there? Do let me know down in the comments if you like them as much as I do. And of course, this bit is just particularly satisfying. Actually getting the painting into the frame was easy peasy, no problem at all. It just push fits, and there you have it. It is perfect. I'm really pleased with how it turned out, and I hope that you have enjoyed watching me complete it. It was a really lovely way to spend the afternoon. I've also really enjoyed having this opportunity to share a little bit more about my life outside of YouTube with you. And if you'd like to know more about me and find out more about what I'm up to, do remember to like, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and become a member of the Crafty Coven. Huge thanks as always to those of you that support me over on Patreon and here as channel members. You guys are the absolute best, and I love you loads. I'm going to leave this here, and until next time, stay crafty!